What up, what up? Welcome to Mindset Manners. My name is Clay Claiborne, mindset coach and creator of Mindset Manners. And today I'll be diving into a topic that's super important for all the stay-at-home parents and entrepreneurs out there. How I survived the juggling act of all-day parenting and business. Spoiler alert, it comes down to one key principle: structure. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into our topic today, I want to let everyone know that this video is not sponsored by anyone. However, it is supported by those who have purchased my coaching services and products. You can check the link in the description to learn more. Thank you so much for your support. So if you didn't know, aside from me being an entrepreneur and a business owner, I'm also a stay-at-home dad. Hence the stay-at-home dad entrepreneur references you may have seen on some of my other content. Which means my weeks are spent juggling the responsibilities of pursuing a homeschool style schedule Monday through Friday for my two toddlers and making money. I spend at least 12 hours a day with my two little ones from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., which is great quality time. Don't get me wrong, I promise. But 5 to 7 days a week for 4 years? Exactly. So in order for me to get so much done within a 24-hour period, it's important that my days are heavily structured. I'm talking about operating in time slots, essentially changing activities every 30 minutes to an hour. And that's the framework that's necessary to ensure that everything within my day and my week is being handled efficiently and to my standards. But even as good as I've become at handling such a busy schedule, even with all the structure, there's no perfect consistency. I still find my responsibilities to be a constant balancing act between managing my work while raising my kids. And honestly, either one can easily be compromised. That's why when it comes to structure, one of my major principles is to stress the importance of having off days into my life. Because you see, taking breaks ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. As a workaholic, I want to work as much as possible. I mean, as much as possible. So when I can't get time to work, my anxiety is through the roof. And that's what I was dealing with. And if I did work, my brain was half in and half out. It was like the quality of my work wasn't even solid anymore. It got so bad, I started neglecting my health, trying to make office time that wasn't really there. I stopped exercising. I was choosing convenience, fast food over preparing my meals. Like for real, I would have neglected anything and anyone just to work. So in the midst of all this frustration, I did what winners do, what someone with a methodical approach does. I challenged myself to shift my mindset. I began mentally searching for life principles that had worked in the past that could help me in this current situation if applied correctly. For principles are just multi-purpose tools, right? So the first thing that immediately came to my head was a job, a J-O-B. Essentially to see my duties as a stay-at-home dad as something that came with an assigned shift. And if it came with an assigned shift, that means it also came with off days, right? So like everything else, couples need their own friends, the body needs rest days, parents need date nights, the church house needs a visit once a week. So if it's not just about work, it wasn't just about one thing, it's about appreciating all aspects of life. It's all about creating and maintaining balance. Assigning certain days in order for me to complete work tasks has helped tremendously. Instead of trying to work throughout a day full of learning, gym, cooking, cleaning, changing diapers, and straightening up the house for the kids, it's easier just to know that I don't even work that day. When there's so much to juggle, knowing what your tasks are assigned is important to keep the mind clear and present. Knowing that if I didn't work today, I'll put in some time tomorrow. And if I don't do much with the kids today, they'll have my full attention for the next 2 days. That's the peace of mind I need in the situation that I was in. So here's the thing. You have to miss things in order to truly appreciate them. If you're constantly surrounded by your responsibilities, it's easy to take them for granted. And that's definitely not what you want when one of your responsibilities is raising kids all day. Therefore, maintaining a structured schedule that consists of stepping in and out of your responsibilities will help you gain fresh perspectives, rejuvenate your spirit, and ensure that you don't neglect your duties as a parent or the duties to take care of your own mental, physical, and financial health. So for me, it's important that there's always 2 to 3 days each week where my kids have my full attention, 0 distractions, no work. I treat those days like they own work day. Matter of fact, on those days I work for Baby Corp. They deserve my full focus, creativity, and the same level of detail that I put into my business. So unless it's a master plan that comes in my head, if it's just an idea, I make note of it and just simply circle back around to it on my next work day. And just how I have 2 to 3 days for the kids, 0 distractions, no work, I have 4 days that are 0 distractions, no kids. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not neglecting the kids and leaving them to take care of themselves. No, it's not that. I strategically schedule my off time around their grandparents' availability. Therefore, my shift in mindset, implementing principles that align my actions with my goals, works for everybody. So despite my kids being 4 handfuls and me starting additional businesses, I've been successful in lowering my stress levels down tremendously and making my daily routine as a stay-at-home dad entrepreneur way more efficient than it was when I first set out on this journey in 2021. So if you're a stay-at-home parent or anyone juggling multiple responsibilities, remember to start with the corporate style structured day. Then carve out those off days. It's crucial for your mental health and also for nurturing additional relationships. Be willing to shift your mindset and challenge your limiting beliefs in order to achieve more, because why lose when you're fully capable of winning? Thanks for tuning in today. If you or someone you know is a stay-at-home parent, entrepreneur, or both like myself, and you found this to be helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your own experiences in the comments below. You can visit clayclayborn.com for more info on myself and for additional coaching solutions. Until next time, stay blessed, and remember, structure is key.